Hello, this is Michael Glenn, and in this episode of the Dojo Show, we're going to be exploring the kata Koku. Koku means empty space, empty sky, empty air. In this kata, we're going to explore the sense of emptiness that is all around us and use it both for defense and offense against our opponent. We're continuing with our Ihin Sabaki Gata. This kata that we're going to do is called Koku. There's an important detail for the uke in this kata with the sword, so I want to show that part first, okay? So if I'm here in Seigan against James, he's going to be in chudan, okay, and he does a ski, right? So his ski would come down the center and hit me in the body if I don't do anything, all right? So for me, from here, as he skis, I knock this away and then cut in, all right? So again, so I knock that away, step back, cut back in. That's the role of the swordsman at the beginning of this kata, okay? So let's do one more facing the other direction. So I'm here, he skis, I knock this out and cut back in. So here, I knock that out and cut back in, okay? I'm missing him on purpose, but the target would be his head or his arms, okay? So try that part out first. In the Bujinkan, I've seen this kata shown in a variety of ways. And if you look at Sensei's Bojutsu video, it's shown one way. If you look in his Bojutsu book, it's shown a different way. I'm taking this version from the ones that I've learned and also from the Japanese text that says the steps you're supposed to do. So from chudan here, right, I ski in, James does his block. This first move is just a normal jodan uke. Okay, so you learn this in basic Bojutsu, this jodan uke, right, for blocking against a sword, right? So this first move is just that. I'm thrusting towards Jesse's center, and he's going to sweep his sword up through the center to knock my staff aside, okay? This way. That gives him a target here to my head, yeah, right, or to kote. So he comes in there and would cut me, right? Okay, let's go again. So here he sweeps that up, he comes in to do this cut. I receive with jodan uke here, and I bring this around and strike to the side. And then the last one is to the leg. So again, chudan ski, he comes back in. I receive with this jodan uke, bring that up and strike to do. Okay, and then the last one is to the leg there. All right, try that out, please. I ski in, right? He comes back in. So here, jodan uke, okay? Then this flips around and exposes do there, all right? And then for the last one, I'm going to rotate to the leg. All right, one more time, let's do this. Maybe if you stand there. All right, so I ski, James comes for my head, jodan uke here, right? Exposing do, and then I go for the leg. All right, that's the basic steps of the kata. All right, so when you're the swordsman, after you clear the space, you're attacking to the head. Okay, one more. So chudan here. Okay, so here to do, right, and then the last one to the leg. All right, you okay? So maybe that'll help you out. So from after your chudan ski, just jodan uke. And you have to step though. You have to step to avoid the sword cut, okay? And then he cuts back in. Okay, I block here, come around, strike into do, and then to the leg. All right, over here, James. Okay, so I do this chudan ski. James blocks it up, he cuts to my head, I receive here, strike to do, then to his leg. So, ski, he cuts in, I receive, strike to do here, and then to the leg. That strike to the leg kind of hurts, yeah. So, ski, he cuts in, I receive, block here, strike to do, then to the leg. All right. Ski, he cuts in, I receive, sweep that up, strike to do, and then to the leg. Okay, I had to let go of the bow there because that strike to the leg is tough, and it's actually getting both legs. All right, try it out, please. With the kata koku, the koku means empty space, empty sky, empty air, and there's various places in this kata where that emptiness becomes apparent. All right, so I'm going to ski here. There's now this opening for James to come in towards my head, right? And I let him cut the air. Okay, I open this up this way, and you see all this empty space that's now between us, and this comes to do here. Okay, once more. So, ski, leave James cutting air there, okay? The sword just slides down my bow. I'm not trying to block it. I'm letting him cut the air, and it's going to slide down my bow. One more. So, here, right here, okay? This comes open that way, and then the last one, you go for the leg. Let's do the other side real quick. Okay, I ski here. Okay, you guys maybe can see where that empty air appears as I do my jodan uke, okay? Check that out, please. So I'm using this gap that's created with Koku to my advantage here, okay? So I ski, he comes in, I receive with this jodan uke, and here is a big gap. You guys from that angle maybe can't see it, but there's a lot of space here. Okay, once more. So I ski, he comes back in. When I sweep this up, there's this very large gap that I can use to attack. I can attack him in many ways in this space. Why don't we turn to the side here so people can see that gap? Okay. So I ski here, he comes back in, jodan uke. Here there's a big gap that you guys can see here. Okay, so I don't have to go to do, right? In this space, there's a lot of targets. I can do this, what I just did, or if he comes back, I could threaten with this and kick, right? Let's go again. So, ski, here, lift this up, kick, strike. You see all that space that's available to me. Okay, one more. So, here, receive with jodan uke, lift this up, and you see everything, all the space I have here to work with. Okay, I'm putting the bow in here in the space in the middle to show you all that space. One more. Here. Yeah, you see that distance, okay? And then the next one can go to the face or the head. In this henka of this kata, you're using koku, this empty space, to sort of deceive your opponent, okay? So from here, I ski in. There's a big gap here, a big empty space that he's going to come into, right? So he comes in for that. I move my stick there to receive this, and then I'm going to drop the other end of it on the back of his head. Okay, once more. So ski here, here, bam. You see how that comes quickly? Yes? Let's go that angle maybe. So I ski here, receive this, and just strike on the back of the neck. It's pretty basic and simple looking, but the rhythm of it is important. It's difficult to get the rhythm right, okay? So once more, ski here, back of the head, front of the head. Okay, one more time. So ski in here, back of the head, front of the head. Okay, you see that kind of rhythm? It's very difficult for him to resist. One more. Okay, so chudan ski here, here, back of the head, front of the head. Okay.
It's interesting that that's considered a henka.
It's a very difficult thing to defend. Okay, if you're using the space properly, that empty space kind of opens up and he falls into it, and then your bow comes to meet him in the middle. Okay, try that, please. When I ski here and it creates that opening and he's coming back in, you see I can receive his hands. Okay, and it startled James, but it also can hurt a lot. So here he comes back in, I receive his hands here on kote. Okay, so then I can push and then hit him in the back of the head. Once more. So here he comes back in with his cut, and I receive here on the suka. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. It's on the suka. Here, right on the hands, on the suka, okay? Then I can hit again on the hands to relieve him of his sword. Over here. Okay, so I ski right into James's hands here. That's a painful thing for him to receive there, right? So I can drive this back and then ashi barai. Once more. Ski, this gap is created right onto James's hands. Okay, back of the head, kote, a lot of options there.
Much